boys and girls, we are here in the Huentitans Cliffs. You are welcome in one more video here. Have you ever felt something watching you in the dark, or hear a whisper in the night with no source? Today I bring you 15 stories that you defy logic and take your deepest fears, from unexplained holes beneath bridges to shadows moving on their own. Join me in uncovering the secrets lurking in the shadows. Dare to listen? Hello boys and girls, welcome here to one more video here in your channel Outsi Barajas. And the day of today I came here a couple of days ago to my city, my born city, my country, my born country, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. And the day of today I bring you here to one more interesting video for you can enjoy and watch with a popcorn and really relaxing your couch. So the day of today, I bring you here to the Huentitan Cliff. This is I made one, but well, I made it in Spanish. You just go to my channel, Cedar Barajas, and find from the cliff Huentitan or Barranca de Huentitan. And the last video we went to the Arcedian bridge. So to the Arcedian bridge, we went and we make like a kind of excursion, no like a urban exploration. But the day of today, I bring you one interesting video that I really love and enjoy to do. That is an urban exploration. So the day of today, I bring you to one place called the Federal Electricity Commission, or it's like a abandoned city. You know, here the commissions, the electricity commission is like an electric plant, but this electric plant is an abandoned place. That's why I really enjoy the urban exploration. So I bring you here, and we're going to go to another place also called the Atlantis, or the big men. Those are like a big status of men, and this place is an abandoned place. Really interesting, with a lot of urban legends and myths, and you're going to enjoy here coming with me and watch it. So remember to subscribe to this channel, give your thumbs up, and give me a like for all, and share also this video for all the people who can enjoy it and get our community. So remember to subscribe to this channel Outsi Barajas and share this video for all the people can enjoy as I enjoy it, and you also are enjoying with me. So welcome to the day of today. We're going to start the day of today, this astonishing adventure. Welcome again. So guys, we are here in this abandoned electric plant, and it's really interesting because day of today we're going to look for this place that used to be an elevator and used to be, you know, like a bomb, like a pumped bomb, that it extracts and bombs the water from here and it creates the electricity. Remember that this is an electric abandoned plant. So here we're going to go to one place that is so famous for, you know, for Instagram photos, TikTok videos. It's really astonishing place that we're going to enjoy today. Look at this astonishing view. Miren. So the day of today, look this beautiful, amazing, huge view. And the day of today, we have this impressive view of the electric plant, of the abandoned electric plant. Look this view. This cliff that you are seeing here, this cascade is huge, so huge. Look this view, and now the sun is rising. It's a sunrise now. When we arrived here, it was cloudy, it was foggy, but right now it's getting sunny day. Look at this. Look at this, guys. So amazing. This urban exploration of the day of today. So amazing. And this is a place that I told you that is really famous for Instagram views, TikTok videos, all the media. So let's go. Okay, guys. So we are here, and I think it's safe. It's not too difficult to walk here. So we're going to try to. We already trespass. So my dudes are in the other side. We're recording with the drone. So I'm going to try to trespass because there is here like a like a piece of rock. So I just going to take out the center, and when I leave, I just going to put it back, and that's it. So it's like the only option that I have. Just put it back, and here we are. So let's go. We have here this a huge machine. As you see, here's I think a little bit dangerous. It's dangerous because if you see here this hole, you can notice that it's a little bit far away. Look, here is like a bomb. I think for to don't get a flurry here. And we are here one more time to a urban exploration here in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Huentitan. This is the Huentitan Cliff, the Huentitan's Cliff here at my city country, Guadalajara. So look, this part is a little bit dangerous because if you move here, it can move. You can fall. That's why maybe it was closed there with the rope. It was with a big rope, and here you are. This abandoned electric plant, and here you are. Here we are for you can see Canadians, Americans, that here in Mexico we have also abandoned places. So this is the electric abandoned plant. So we are to get out from here because it's supposed that this place is bad, and I don't want to have like a trouble with the authorities, because there are here a lot of guys that's why they put this rope here, so I don't want to get in trouble, right? So I just going to put it back, and we're going to get out here as soon as possible, right? Because it's not that a low place for you can enter. It's banned. So we are going to come back because it's not and a low place. In this part, you can see that is a little bit difficult, a little bit dangerous. But we are going to come back. Look, that place that is the cliff, the cascade, and we are going to get out. We already make the shot with the drone, and we're going to come back. So it's time. It's time to get out from here. So bye bye. We see you next time, guys. We are come here to the supposedly infinite hole. That is the elevator, the abandoned elevator. So let's check here where is. I think this part doesn't go to anywhere. It's just a simple part. The good thing is here in this huge building, old building. Yes, as we know, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Yes, no, but let's check first that one. Okay. Yes, let's go. So this part. Ha! Oh my God. Sí, cierto. So we are here in the building, and these are the stairs, the stairs. That oh yes. So here Arthur tell us about us that we don't touch the frames, the ladders of the frames, the supports, the marrow supports, because they are these born bugs. Oh, look at this. This is a pest. So we're going to check first the building, and these stairs downstairs goes to the monkeys, to the giants, the Atlantis. Oh, look at this. These are the boxes that you need to be careful. That's why we're using gloves, because these are the born bugs. There's an entry. Yes, there's an entry. There's a way to access here. That is dangerous. It's a little bit dangerous, but there's the only way for we can ingress to this place. So let's get it. Let's hit it. Entonces, if we're going, we need to do it so slowly, because this part is dangerous. Pégate, aguántame. No, sí, acá, va a ser acá. So here is the access. Sí, yo creo que aquí. Sí, acá. Yo creo que tú también pasas, ¿eh? Te hacemos paro. Okay. So we're going to access here. A ver, échame. Oh, sí está medio difícil. Ah, de hecho creo que sí. Sí, directo al hoyo. Exacto. Uy, no, sí está inclinadón, sí está difícil aquí. A la vieja. Oh my God, this is tricky. Yeah, sí, exactamente. Esta parte de aquí está tricky. Sí, está media tricky. So guys, we have here like a this big hook, and this is the elevator. That is the abandoned elevator. So we have here this bomb, and this bomb was the one that it sucked the water to the plant. This information I saw it directly with the orbits videos. So we have here that this part is the bottom, the base, and this is the top one, and this is the door. Here the door I see it, maybe it's because of the last video that I see recently, the Explorer open, but this is the door. Oh, this is the door, you see? This is the door. So maybe symbolically he opened it like everybody can enter. I want to leave it open again for everybody can enter here, but it's closed here. So we have here this infinite hole that is not infinite, of course. So we're going to throw one rock. Vamos a lanzar. We're going to throw one rock to the hole, or we can listen if there's a button. So let's do it. Oh my God! Yes, so there is a couple of mirrors there. Yes. So we see here that it's deepest, it's deeper, the hole, and we have here this abandoned electric plant camp. So enjoy the day of today. Look at this huge electric plant, the part of the elevator. So let's go. I think this is the second part, and the third part, and the most excited that we're going is to the monkey giant, the monkeys, the part of the monkeys of the giants, the Atlantis ones. So let's go. Entonces, so the YouTubers that came here, I think they're slim like me, because it's a little part. It's not too big, so not all the people access here. Only the shorters and slim ones can access here, because not all the people can enter. Look the size of my arm, my forehand, and look this, right? So I think not everybody can access here. Only the slim ones and the shorters. So let's go. Let's continue to the third part. So here in this part, we can check that it can be a risk to enter here. It can be a risk situation if you enter there, because maybe that is made of concrete. It's solid concrete. It can get out. It can get down. So sooner or later it's going to be demolished by itself, and it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. So at that part we see some excursioners, some travelers, some trekkers that they get down from that place. But it's our turn. So I will try to don't record these guys, because maybe they don't want to be recorded. So we already descend almost like 400 stairways. So we already access here at the giants, at the Atlantis. Man. So Atlantis of Colimilla, Tonalá, Jalisco, creating of the years of 1945-1950, represented the war of the men of the hydroelectric Colimilla, the electric plant, abandoned for more than 60 years. They are restored the 5th of July of 2024. Athletes, voluntary athletes of the Son of Metropolitan Sun and personnel of Community Tonala, with the interest of to rescue the history and to take care of this cliff. They are here: Rubio Galindo, Antonio Flores, Jonathan Leiva, Fernando Robles, Rafael Macias, Javier Morales, Alfonso Montes, Xavier Venegas, Daniel A. Nuyo, Mary Paz Coldivar, Diego Mora, Marta Mena, Marta Perez, Rafael Razago, Sara Gonzalez, Álvaro Romero, Raúl Gabriel, J. Rafael Villalobos, Tonala, 2020. So look this astonished view, guys. Wow. The Atlantis, guys. And it's with new painted, because it used to be before with a lot of graffitis, and that is like the part of the electric, like the tube, like the pipe is a pipe. So look at this. So astonished, guys. So fucking astonished. Look at this. Wow. Look at this view. So it's time for a couple of photographs. We can say that is to the really, really good adventure that we have here. It's really impressive this urban exploration that I make it with my dudes, with my crew. Fuck the shit. Oh, I used to be at that table here. So it's not far away from here. Mira, apúntale, eh? So maybe yes, that is the deepest part. So it's already flooring. Ooh, spiders, spiders. It's already flooring here. It's already flooring. It's a tiny space. I was telling to to the dudes that it seems like there's nothing. That is a couple of the blocks, a couple of steps, and that no, it's huge. It's impressive here. It's so impressive. There comes the crew. It feels here the breeze. And so we can see here that this river is the most contaminated in Mexico. You can see there's like almost 36 cities in Mexico, and to say that this is the most contaminated because look that those little bubbles, they like the sponge. I don't know how to say that, but you know it's so contaminated. It's so contaminated. We are here with the Atlantis. It's so contaminated.
Igual para quitarla del camino.
We have here a bug, a big bug.
Aparte se finge la muerta.
We're taking out for the pathway, for out for the trail because maybe somebody can kill it. Wow. Oh, look that one. That is the famous cave. So this part is called the monkeys. I think it's that part or that part. I don't know. But this part is called the monkeys because the people says people have the belief that when you come here to take a shower, to take a bath, there are some monkeys that throw rocks to you, inviting you to get away from that part because this is their place. They are the owners of this place. So that's why this place is called the monkeys, because supposedly there are some monkeys that they throw you rocks from the top of the cliffs to you. And there are some people that they are getting discolored in true real stories, right? That you know is dangerous to be here because that might, right? But it's true also. Just lost the fucking drones because there are not satellite here, so that's why we don't have like a really is stabilizing signal, and that's why we almost finished. We almost lost it, and also because of the breeze and the strong air, we almost lost it. So this part, it was the strangest and weirdest part of our journey, because when we ingressed to this tunnel, this underground tunnel, Abraham and I, we started hear some stranger and odd noises. So we tried to record this part, the first story, but we couldn't because the record was not available. So we tried for the second time, but the second time neither we couldn't record. So we decided to record outside. So here's the tunnel that we start here stranger noises. So we're going to enter to this part that is an stairways down floor, but we won't reach exactly down because there is it's flooring. So it used to be another level, like an underground level, but right now that level is flooring. So before the urbex explorers, they used to say that here in this part you can the same you can enter moon. There was another level, but here there's no possible way to get there because it's all flooring. Look at this! Wow, this is water. All see that you're looking, and it's clear the water. Wow, I'm impressed, but it's so contaminated, so it's not good. Even here we have like a moon. We need to be careful because we can slipper. So it looks a little bit creepy because just I entered to swim to figure out what is there, and I don't know. It looks creepy. You don't know what can you find there, and it's so dark. Look at this. It's so dark. You don't see too much things here. Okay, and that's it. This part. Guys, folks, welcome again, and we're going to start the 15 stories that going to make you get out of your bed at midnight. So let's start. Number one, the light that never went out. Deep in the heart of Wentitan Cliff, the old electricity commission lies like a rusty skeleton. Its walls, covered in green moss and black stains, tell stories of abandonment and silence. No cables remain connected, no transformers hum. The weeds have reclaimed the place, wrapping roots and thorns around the walls that once powered the entire city. Yet, for decades, neighbors and curious onlookers have reported the same thing. A single light bulb Hanging high atop a metal tower keeps turning on every night. Its yellow light flickers as if it's about to go out, but it never does. No matter if there's a storm for a full moon, it always shines. One night, a young paranormal enthusiast decided to fill it up close. Decides to decide to fill it up close. He walked among rubble, avoiding stagnant puddles and the crunch of broken glass under his boots. As he got closer, be- he noticed the electric hum growing louder. When he stood right underneath and lifted his camera, the sound changed. It turned into a whisper. It wasn't just any word, it was his name, spoken slowly and drowned out. The young man stepped back and the light bulb flickered once, just before his recorder stopped working. When he reviewed the video at home, he found the last seconds covered by static noise and a barely audible whisper telling him, "Don't come back." Number 2, The Engineer Who Never Left. In 1978, an accident forever marked the history of Wentitan's Electricity Commission. An engineer tasked with supervising a repair in an underground chamber fell through a faulty hatch. The narrow dam space began to flood due to a water leak. His co-worker tried to rescue him, but the water level rose so fast that within minutes he was trapped under water. His body was never recovered. The official version claimed he was dragged back the current into a drainage tunnel. But the old workers knew this was impossible. The duct had been blocked years before. Decades later, on thick foggy nights, occasional visitors claim to see a man wearing a helmet and all stained coveralls standing where the tallest towers. His posture is always the same, one hand raised asking for help. Some tried to approach but never they could get close. A blue flash, like an electric shock, traveled through the air and the figure disappeared. One witness swears that when he returned to his car, he found the passenger seat soaked, and if someone had sat there, dripping wet. The lights among the monkeys. High up on the cliff, strange stone sculptures known as the monkeys stand tall. Their figures are rough, the former with no defined features. Nobody knows for sure who made them or why. But for generations, uncertain stories have been told about them. By day, they seem like a simple blocks eroded by time. But at night, the place changes, and a strange echo runs through the stones, and many have heard childish laughter mixed with the whispering wind. These aren't joyful louds. They're some forced, repetitive, like an old recording playing over and over. Once a young hiker decided to follow those louds. He walked between the statues, shining his flashlight and the ground among the stones. He found tiny footprints, too small to be from an adult. He followed them until he reached a figure bigger than the others, and there The footprints stop right in front of a crack in the rock. The young man put his hand inside to illuminate the interior. There was nothing. But as he withdrew his hand, he felt cool fingers brush his wrist, and the louder sound right behind him. 4. The Last Guard. Don Hilario was the night watchman at the abandoned Federal Electricity Commission for years. No one lasts long in the job. The cold, isolation, and unexplained noises made most quiet in weeks, but make Mox quit in weeks. But he knew every corner and told himself he didn't believe in ghosts until he started seeing it. At first, it was just a shadow moving among the towers, always at the same distance. Then he made out his shape, tall, thin, with very broad shoulders and two glowing red dots in the dark. Every night, it was a little closer. One early morning, Hilario came home pale and shaking. He said he'd heard heavy footsteps following him around the perimeter, and the thing had come to stand less than 2 meters away. He quit the next day. 2 weeks later, they found him dead. At the entrance of the abandoned Federal Electricity Commission. He had deep claw marks on his neck, and his eyes remained open, staring fixedly at the tallest tower. Number 5. The Path of Wet Footprints. During the rainy season, the path that descends to the bottom of the cliff becomes slippery, full of mud and little streams of water. However, some visitors have seen something impossible: wet footprints climbing up from the depths, always in a straight line, not deviated a single inch. What's upsetting is not only that the footprints are fresh, but they appear to be made by bare feet. Upon an analysis, it's clear they don't belong to an adult, but the distance between each step is too large, as if the creature that left them walked with inhuman strides. A man who dared to follow them says that as he climbed, the air grew colder and the silence heavier. The footprints led him to the entrance of the abandoned Federal Electricity Commission, where they disappeared completely. But before he could take a photo, he heard behind him the sound of wet footsteps approaching quickly. Number 6. The Watchman Lantern. It was a moonless night when a group of young people decided to enter the abandoned Electricity Commission. Between damp walls and cracked ceilings, the darkness was so dense their flashlights barely seemed to touch the air. Suddenly, in the distance, they saw a light moving slowly, as if someone was walking with a lantern in hand. The light oscillated, moving up and down, briefly illuminated the peeling walls. They thought it was a girl, and one shouted to warn they meant no harm. The light stopped, they then went out. They ran to the hallway where they had seen it, but it was empty. On the floor, they found on the old rusty lantern covered in a dust, and if forgotten there for decades. One of the group, curious, picked it up and tried to turn it on. Against all logic, the bulb flickered, and the light moved on its own toward the end of the hall, as if someone invisible was holding it. Number 7. The hole under the bridge. Very close to the monkeys stands an old stone bridge crossing a creek that's almost always dry. The place seems quiet, but on moonless nights, something changes. Those who have passed by at that hour say that they hear a deep, long hole that makes their ear vibrate. It's not the sound of a dog or a coyote. It has a tone too low, almost like it comes from a heart's very bowels. One explorer stopped to listen, convinced it was a trapped animal. He learned over the edge. Shining his flashlights, the beam found nothing, just stones and dry glass. But he felt a cold breath rise from the lump, brushing his face. Before he could move away, something invisible touched his shoulder. He ran off, swearing that as he fled, he heard the hole turn into a laugh. Number 8. The cursed transformer. In a corner of the abandoned Federal Electricity Commission, half covered by vines, stands a rusty transformer. At first glance, it seems harmless, just a forgotten piece of scrap. But those who have touched it tell a different story. If you place your hand on its cold casing, you feel something strange, a slow, steady pulse like a heartbeat. A mystery enthusiast decided to test it. He touched the metal with both hands, and in an instant, an invisible choke threw him to the ground. His friends found him with eyes open, motionless, murmuring a number over and over. The number made no sense. When they took him to the hospital, he kept repeating it as he could stop. The most disturbing part is that upon investigation, they discovered that number matched the transformer that exploded at that very spot in a deadly accident 40 years early. Number 9. The woman in the gray dress. In the monkeys area, several nighttime visitors have seen a woman dressed in a long gray dress standing right at the edge of the cliff. She always stands with her black her long dark hair falling over her shoulders. Some worry have tried to warn her of the danger. She doesn't move until slowly she turns her head. What she reveals is not a face, it's a smooth surface without eyes, nose, or mouth. Then, without a single step, her body leans forward and falls into the void. But the fall is never heard. Those who look down only see mist swirling as if something passed through it. Number 10. The scream from the depths. A young man who often explored the gorge alone was walking at night with his flashlight when he heard a heart-wrenching scream coming from the bottom. It was a human voice, full of desperation. He ran downhill, jumping over stones and branches. But the scream moved farther with every step he took. It felt like if someone was guiding him, drawing him deeper. When he finally reached the bottom, the sun stopped. Silence fell completely. Then, from the bushes, he heard a whisper. The voice was identical to his own. It said, "Don't look back." But he couldn't resist, and what he saw was not human. Number 11. The smell of burning. Some explorers say that upon entering the commission, they are greeted by a strong smell of burning plastic and cables, as if a fire had just happened minutes before. However, there is no smoke or flames, and the air is cool, almost easy. One man, intrigued, followed the smell to a small room at the back of the building. The walls were blackened like after a fire, and in the center lay a safety helmet, melted but still dripping. When he stepped closer, He heard an electric snap and his flashlight flickered. A dark figure appeared into the corner watching him. Its eyes were two glowing dogs. The man stepped back, and when he looked again, the figure was gone, but the smell was so strong it made his eyes burn. Number 12. The Shadow of the Cables. One night, three friends explored the highest part of the commission. Between the towers, old cables hung swaying in the wind. One of them noticed that their flashlight projected a shadow on the wall that didn't match the cables. It was the perfect silhouette of a person. They thought it was a trick of the light until the shadow raised its hand and motioned for them to come closer. They looked at the cables and they hadn't moved an inch. One of them, terrified, took a step back at that moment, and the shadow stretched to cover the floor at their feet, and they felt something invisible grab their ankles. Number 13. The Boy on the Cliff. At the monkeys, some have seen a boy sitting at the edge of the cliff, legs dangling, holding a red ball. He seems alone, staring down. Anyone who tries Anyone who tries to approach sees him turn his head with a wide smile. Without saying a word, the boy drops the ball, but it never touches the ground. Then he lets himself fall. The instinct is to run and look down, but all they find is a thick fog moving slowly. One man claims he heard the boy's louder echo in the fog behind him. Number 14. The metallic footsteps. Inside the commission, there's a long hallway with a rusty metal floor. When you walk on it, your footsteps echo like the hammer blows. Some have entered alone and heard footsteps behind them, perfectly synchronized with their own. But when they stop, the footsteps continue, getting close and closer. One woman said she frozen, feeling a heavy weight on her shoulders. Something was breathing behind her neck. When she finally mustered the courage to turn, no one was there, but the metal floor was hot as if someone had just passed by. Number 15 and the last one, the door that wasn't there. An urban explorer experience in a wandering abandoned places visited the commission for the third time. He knew every hallway or so he thought. That night he found a metal door on the back wall, a place where before there had only been concrete. It was heavy with peeling paint and a broken padlock. He opened it, revealing a long hallway lit by flickering yellow bulbs. He stepped inside, took 2 steps, and he heard the door close behind him by itself. He turned to open it, but there was no door, only a smooth wall. The hallway stretched into the darkness, and from its depths, the sound of footsteps approached too fast. Thank you for joining me through these chilling tales from the Wentitan Electricity Commission. If you enjoyed this mystery video and you want to keep exploring the unknown with me, Don't forget to subscribe to Outsider Barajas. Every month, new stories await to send a shiver down your spine. See you in the next video. Bye.
Antos me escuchas.